It is a lovely, lovely summer's day here in the city. Low 80s, no humidity. It's wonderful. Um, as you can see, I keep it geeky. This is not relevant to what I'm discussing now, but it will be. But I just saw the Mandalorian and Grogu. I know you didn't ask, but this is really about the movie as it is about the experience of going to the movies. Now, I didn't watch the show. Star Wars ended for me with the death of Luke Skywalker. That's it. I'm done. I don't care. I don't watch Andor. I don't watch any of it. God knows I don't watch Boba Fett. And one of the reasons I didn't watch The Mandalorian because it's just a result of almost 50 years of them trying to make Boba Fett into a thing when he's just been fan fiction. I'm sorry. He just looked good and there was no substance. So I refuse to contribute that. So anyway, but I saw this because I've got, the Regal Pass and I'm paying for it anyway. Go see it. And I'm 78 years old. More I'm thinking about what it's like being 8 years old and seeing a movie like that, what that means to you, because I'm saying 8, 9, 10, 11, preteen, before you really get into thinking critically about certain things. You're just enjoying it. You're just experiencing what's been held up before you. And I just cannot imagine how great this must have been to someone young. It's spaceships and monsters and robots, and it's competently done. And which for a kid, that's not even necessary, but it is competently done. And that feeling that you lose as you get older, I could feel it in me. Like there are two giant robots at some point in the movie, and you see them and they don't seem to be working. But the adult in me knows this is Hitchcock's rule of the gun. But the kid in me was nonetheless thrilled when the robots started working again at the end of fight, and it was amazing. Because I was 11 when I saw Star Wars for the first time, and you see what that does, and this is what that does to you at a young age. Again, you're not thinking critically, well, that plot point doesn't make sense, or as an old adult, man, what's that suit smell like if he never takes it off? You don't think about these things. You're just enjoying what's been put before you, and like I said, it's done competently enough, and it's wonderful. I wish I could be 8 and see this thing. I really do. But there's still enough of the 8-year-old in me to see it and just feel an echo of what that was like. At some point, I was looking at this. I was thinking about this movie. It's like, this is something that Doug McClure might have done. He might have played the Mandalorian. It's that kind of a movie. And for those of you who think that sounds familiar, Troy McClure. No, Troy McClure on The Simpsons is a joke, riffing on Doug McClure. He did a lot of low-budget science fiction fantasy films in the 70s, and I saw them all. The Land That Time Forgot, The People That Time Forgot, At the Earth's Core. I watched them all, and they were so much fun. Again, I'm a kid. I'm not noticing rubber suits or bad special effects or lousy performances. I'm too young. I'm just enjoying this fantasy story being laid out before me. And I think that's what's great about this. This is what George Lucas intended, by the way. Movies for kids. Space fantasy movies for kids. And that's what this is. It's a space fantasy movie for kids. Again, being a kid does not making it for kids does not alleviate you of certain responsibilities in storytelling. Pixar has always understood this, which is why their work is usually so great. Like I said, it's done well enough. But to be young and see this, it must have been so great. It's gonna change them for life the way it changed so many of us. Well, I was kind of already there. I was a Star Trek fan already, so I was already in that world. And that was just amazing. But yeah, it's an okay movie. But to experience it in that mindset must be wonderful.
It was the scientific marvel of the century, a mighty juggernaut to blast through the solid rock of the Earth's mantle
at a rate of 78 feet per minute.
4,000 miles into the heart of our planet.
We've been on top of the Earth long enough. It's about time we found out what's underneath.
News cut it.
This car's activating now. Steady the throttles. Ready?
Confounded contraptions.
Grand-scale adventure from the world's favorite writer of fascinating fiction, Edgar Rice Burroughs' At the Earth's Core. The astounding discovery of a strange, forbidding land.
Only seen it before in fossilized form.
A primeval nightmare world whose shadows hid the nameless terrors that were yet to come.
Take care of yourself, David!
Humans of another age, chained in bondage by an army of ape men, preyed upon by monstrous giants.
Now I fear that Hooja, the sly one, will lead Jubal, the ugly one, back here.
I heard about him.
David, he will kill you.
What him, David?
Behind a barrier of molten lava, an empire of evil. An inferno ruled by winged creatures like guardians of the gates of hell. A host of Satans, nourished by the flesh of sacrificial maidens. Starring Doug McClure, Peter Cushing, Caroline Munro. Take the most terrifying journey of your life. Edgar Rice Burroughs.